They even show the truth in cartoons, Bugs Bunny and the Flintstones.
She's flat. The world she's around. She's flat. Look, King, she's around like the apple. She's flat like the pancake. Pasta fazool. She's around, she's a firm, she's a fully packed. She's around like my head. She's flat like your head.
Propaganda.
What's up, Docs? I'm a disgust. Nobody believes that the world she's around. She looks around to me, Doc.
Oh, boys. Come here.
A queen Isabella.
If you can prove the world is round, Chris, I'll give you my jewels.
A ravioli. All the time prove. Approve a schmoove, she's around. Yes, a mutiny. The captain thinks the world is around, see? But we all know it's a flat, right?
Of course it's flat. Sure, I know the world is flat.
Well, so do I. Everybody knows that.
Good, good.
You see, my crew thinks the Earth is a flat, but we know it's around, right? Yeah, right. Sure, it's round.
What town, sir?
What town? Why, that's easy. Now, there's the whole flat world as we know it.
Now, what I can't get over is how people think I woke up one morning and decided to pick the stupidest, dumbest, most ridiculous idea to then start preaching and debating is true. I did not. What else gets me is, again, how people say the flat earth topic is so dumb and stupid, ridiculous. But I promise you right now, if you go to YouTube or Google and type in the flat earth, you're going to get 5,000 plus videos, each one rehearsing and regurgitating how stupid the flat earth is. Now, if something was really stupid and dumb, would you pay it any mind? Would you go out of your way to make a video just to say how dumb it is and try to show 20 minutes or a half an hour of propaganda that no flat earther believes, saying they do believe it? Because half the stuff they show is stupid. No flat earth believer believes the garbage they say, like a flat disk floating in the vacuum of outer space. There is no outer space. Or at least it is not depicted correctly. It cannot be an infinite vacuum universe. How do I know? Because of demonstrable, logical fact. Gas and oxygen always fill the available volume of a vacuum. And the vacuums we make on Earth are puny compared to a negative 10 to the 17 torr vacuum of outer space that they say is expanding. The vacuums we make on Earth have to be contained in a tank or an old-fashioned aquarium where you suck all the air out. Once the vacuum is contained, it cannot expand. How in the hell does a vacuum expand? Which they call inflation. How can they say that the observable universe is 36 billion light years across and that the Earth, actually, regardless of shape, the Earth is covered on its outside surface in gas and oxygen, not only surrounded by but within an infinite vacuum universe, billions of light years across? and all the gas and the oxygen just stay right with the Earth and on the Earth. How is that possible? I know what you're going to say. It's what you've been indoctrinated to say. The get out of jail card, gravity. Explain everything away all the time. No need to think about it. Gravity. Well, if you've watched any of my videos, you know the truth about gravity, because they'll tell you the truth if you ask in the correct way. Google, what don't we know about gravity? However, if we are to be honest, we don't know what gravity is itself in any fundamental way. And there's a reason why they have to say we don't know what gravity is in any fundamental way, because they cannot directly detect gravity itself. They can only say, look over there, or look here, that's what gravity's doing. You know, dropping a rock or a microphone or some dumb SHIT. When it comes to gravity itself, all I hear are crickets. And, however, if we are to be honest, we don't know what gravity is in any fundamental way. So how can it be pulling all or over 1 quintillion gallons of water? How could it keep all that water on the outside surface of the Earth of a ball with no presence and substance of any current, field, wave, beam, ray, or particle? How does it... I'm going to just get straight... I'm going to dumb this down for you. How does gravity touch? How does it influence or persuade the water to go back towards the center of the Earth and not roll down the sides and over and all over the place like it does on Earth if you try to put water on a ball? How does it do it? Like some type of telekinesis, or gravity is sentient and has a mind and can communicate mentally and just tell it, look, go back that way towards the center of the Earth? How does gravity touch all that water, every molecule, to pull it down? If someone asked me to describe electricity, I would say electricity itself can be directly detected per current. Same with magnetism, a magnetic field. Presence and substance of field, and presence and substance of current that travels through a cord to your computer or TV to power it. So please, I came out to smoke. I'm in the process of quitting. But someone please tell me. Don't just tell me with your stupid comment saying ad hominem attacks. Oh, you're dumb, stupid. Go to school. Learn physics. Explain to me, if flat Earth is so dumb, why when you type in flat Earth on YouTube, or you look for it on Facebook, or wherever you're going to look, you get more. You get 20,000 videos, anti-flat Earth videos of these jerks claiming to be professors and scientists saying how dumb the flat Earth is. Half-hour videos, 1-hour videos, 2-hour videos. If it's so dumb, why do they gotta keep telling people it's dumb? You know if something's dumb. I don't make videos saying Bigfoot is dumb, or the Loch Ness Monster, or the Thing, or the Abominable Snowman. I don't make videos saying how dumb that is, because it is dumb, and I don't have to tell nobody that. I could care less. If you want to believe in Bigfoot or King Kong, go ahead. I could care less if a army of 3,000 protesters marched by, all with signs saying, King Kong is real. I'd laugh and that's it. I might make one video, 10 seconds, just showing the fools. But that's it. I highly doubt you would see 20,000 videos, an hour long, ad hominem attacks, no real evidence. Nobody's explaining to me how it can be debunked that gas and oxygen always flow into a vacuum. But somehow, and per any reasonable scale, the Earth would be smaller than a grain of sand. Way smaller. Smaller than an atom on an atom. In an infinite vacuum universe, 36 billion light years across. There's no force, even if gravity had presence in substance. Even if you could directly detect gravity per current, field, wave, beam, ray, or particle, which you can't, but if you could, there's no force that could overcome an infinite vacuum universe 36 billion light years across, each light year almost 6 trillion miles. 1 trillion seconds would take over 30,000 years to go by. Do you know how enormous an area above our heads would be? It would define eternity. The Earth, I shouldn't say it would be smaller than a grain of sand. It would be smaller than an atom to the trillionth power. Whatever size they want to say an atom is. And I don't like saying atom because no one's ever seen one. And I do not accept digital composites. You can't have gas pressure without a container. If you want to bring propane home, you need a tank. If a woman or a man wants to bring hairspray home, it has to come in a can. And when you spray it, if you don't aim it at your head or you aim it anywhere else, it's going to disperse in all directions. It disobeys gravity, just like steam coming out of a kettle. It goes up. It goes in every direction at high velocity. And the reason why you're not getting knocked over by these molecules of steam or water vapor is because they don't have enough mass or presence in substance to knock you over. You cannot weigh these things when they're dispersing because they're... Picture if you had a handful of sand. If I whizzed that in your face... I said that backwards, I'm sorry, I'm a little ahead of myself. If I had a grain of sand, or I had a handful of sand, right, you could feel its weight. But if I threw it in your face and each grain would go in its own direction, they would all separate. Do you understand what I'm saying? The difference between... what I'm saying is, when the sand is in your hand, it's like being bonded. Like water is bonded, that's why it's liquid. But when it evaporates, it turns into steam. Okay? And each molecule of that water goes in its own direction. It doesn't wait for its neighbor. It takes off. And you can't weigh it. It goes up. It does not have a downward vector. Only things that do have what they want to call a downward vector can be put on a scale and weighed. Gas does not exhibit any downward vector. If you want to say something falling exhibits a downward vector, I'm fine with that. It does. It's going down. If you throw something straight up, it exhibits an upward vector. That don't mean there's something making that happen when something falls, because if I throw a baseball up straight over my head, someone can prove that the presence and substance of my body and arm did it. I was that force. But if something falls because you release it, you're not pushing it down. You hold it out and you release the ball and it'll fall. There is no force or occurrence that science has ever been able to directly detect acting on that ball. And that is because there is no force. It is density. It is the density of that ball, the weight, that is heavier than its surrounding air, so it falls through it. If something is lighter than air, if its density is lighter than the surrounding air, it will rise. like helium. I can't get, these people make all these videos because they know when someone watches a true flat earth video and has no bias and just entertains logic and what can be demonstrated, then they wake up and they see the truth that we've been lied to. So that's why they got to make 20, 30, 40, 50,000 videos. Anti-flat earth videos. There's an old saying I heard. I forgot where I heard it. But it goes back to, the days that people, the bombardiers, they would experience the most flak. That's the people shooting up at them when they were directly over the target. So that's when you experience the most fallout or flak or adversity. And the flat earth is over the target. We do not live on the outside surface of a giant freaking ball spinning faster than a bullet at the equator within an infinite vacuum universe. There are so many things that can disprove that. There is no curvature on the earth that can be seen or verified. That's why they're saying now to these people who claim to be going 100 miles up, oh, that's not high enough to see the earth's curve. Neil deGrasse Tyson and the Red Bull jump. I got a video on it. They have to say that because if you go up that high, the horizon of the earth goes up with you. It rises and it's horizontal, it's level, it's a straight line. So now I say, well then why did Bill Nye the Science Guy say that one of the number one proofs that the earth is a globe, if you watch a boat sail away, once it gets 2 miles, it'll disappear because of the curvature of the earth. It'll sail down the curve of the earth and you won't be able to see through the water. That's a lie. If you can't see the curving of the earth at 100 miles up looking down, it's because it ain't there, buddy. If it was there, if there was enough curving earth, to hide a 20-foot tall boat, you'd be able to see it looking up if you were up looking down. So I say, wake up. Wake up and research the true flat earth topic now. I believe in God, the chain of command that it takes a superior being to make something. The things we make cannot evolve. A superior being must have the ability of thought, because without thought you can't make a planned process or repeated execution for more than one item. So whatever made me, which is, I believe, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is a superior being. He has to be superior to me, just like I'm superior to everything I make, that man makes. Wake up. The time is coming. The countdown has started.